Hi, this is Rakesh Kabra and today we will discuss on the rules of debit and credit. These rules are very important as we have to follow these rules for recording business transactions in the books of accounts. But before I explain you these rules, first I would like to share some facts among you. We all know that to start and run any business or venture we need money. Money is the key item in the business. Now question comes that this money we get from where? From where we get this money? So the first source of this money is the owner. Initially owner invests some money in the business and that investment is called capital. Owner's investment in the business is called capital. And if the capital is not sufficient, in that case we take some loan from any individual or from any bank, that is called liability. And during the course of the business, some money we generate by selling goods or services, and that money is called revenue. So these are the three main sources of finance in the business: liability, capital and revenue. Money invested by the owner is capital. Loan taken from any individual or bank is called liability, and money generated by selling goods or services is called revenue. So these are the three main sources of finance. Now second question, that whatever amount we collect from these three sources of finance, whatever amount we collect, that amount we utilize for what purpose? Whatever amount we collect from these sources, that amount we utilize for what purpose? This is the second question. So the answer is that amount we utilized in purchasing assets for the business and to meet out the routine expenses of the business. So these are the uses of that finance. Whatever amount we collect from these three sources, we use that amount in buying assets for the business and to meet out the routine expenditures of the business. So these are the uses of that finance. So in this manner we have framed one equation, and this equation is also known as extended accounting equation, and the equation is that total of assets and expenses equals to total of liability, capital and the revenue. So this is our extended accounting equation. This is our extended accounting equation. And now there is one observation, that assets and expenses are shown on the left hand side of the equation, and in accounting left hand side is known as debit side. This is the left hand side. Assets and expenses are shown on the left hand side, and this left hand side is known as debit side in accounting. That's why whenever we purchase any asset or incur any expense in the business, or whenever there is any increase in asset or expense, we used to debit concerning asset account or expense accounts. So in this manner we framed one rule, that increase in asset and expenses will be debited. Why debited? Because assets and expenses are shown on the left hand side of the equation, and the left hand side is known as debit side. So this is the reason. Now question comes that what we will do if there is any decrease in asset or expense. So in that case we will credit the concerning asset or expense account. So the second rule is decrease in assets and expenses will be credited. Why credited? Because in case of increase we used to debit the concerning asset and expense account. So that's why if there is any decrease in asset or expense account, we have to credit the concerning asset or expense account. So this is the second rule. Now second observation, that liability, capital and revenue are shown on the right hand side of the equation, and in accounting right hand side is known as credit side. So this is our credit side. Liability, capital and revenue are shown on the right hand side, and in accounting right hand side is known as credit side. So that's why whenever there is introduction of capital in the business, or any liability or revenue arises in the business, or whenever there is any increase in liability, capital or revenue, we used to credit concerning liability account, capital account or revenue account. So our third rule is increase in liability, capital and revenue will be credited. Why credited? Because liability, capital and revenue are shown on the right hand side, and right hand side is known as credit side in accounting. Now question comes that what we will do if there is any decrease in liability, capital or revenue. Obviously in that case we will debit the concerning liability account, capital account or revenue account. So this is our fourth rule. Decrease in liability, capital and revenue will be debited. So these are the rules of debit and credit. Increase in asset and expenses will be debited. Decrease in assets and expenses account will be credited. Increase in liability, capital and revenue will be credited. Decrease in liability, capital and revenue will be debited. I hope you understood these rules of debit and credit and the logic behind debiting the asset or expense, crediting the asset and expense, debiting liability, capital and revenue, crediting liability, capital and revenue. And now question comes that how we will apply these rules for recording business transactions in the books of accounts. That we will discuss in our next video.